Anytime you want to start.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't alternate. You're alternating.
Doesn't it? Wait.
It's right here. You're looking at the
Oh, I'm
wrong
looking.
thing.
That's why.
Yes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Oh, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And what am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4,
right,
5, 6.
left, right.
Yeah, he
left.
said the quarter note is going to go with 40, so it'll be something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got it. You're right on the money. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're right on the money, man. You're not lifting that stick, that left stick.
Getting faster.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent, man. Excellent. That's your left hand is staying where it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Okay, here. Now slow. Hold. That's the count. That's 1, 2, 3. Get in position. 4, 5.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah, I'm doing it double time.
Okay, relax.
5.
Get in position. I count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You came up too soon. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Good boy. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't raise that left hand.
Okay. Nope. Now, you observe him. You observe him. You observe him.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Well, I think he definitely understands what's happening.
Well, that's what he said. He definitely
Right.
understands. It's just
Right, but
it's
he's proved
new.
it to me. Sometimes I think I understand it when you teach me, and I don't understand it. That's why I try to reiterate what you tell me back to you, so to make sure that I'm correct.
Okay.
So that's why when he did this, that was the best he ever was. He kept the stick down. He didn't pick it up and then come down with it.
It's getting. See,
It's much better.
you becoming familiar with that system.
See, he does understand it, and I was just testing him to see if, in fact, he really did
And I
understand.
agree with you. I agree, without a doubt. What did you see wrong?
Well, one for me, it's just sometimes I'm losing technique in terms of my hands because, and you know, getting caught up in
the figure.
Yeah, it's dividing my attention.
Yeah,
between
right.
one technique
That
and another.
comes with practice.
Right. So, but I think I'm getting a better understanding of it.
My point.
Tempo sometimes.
All right, maybe
fluctuates.
That I do that. That's my fault.
But you're also watching what I'm doing too, which is dividing your attention.
Mhm.
I mean, you're catching what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and you're right on. I mean, because I am doing it. But,
Okay, well, what I've
But
noticed.
you did excellent.
Yeah, it's getting better. It's
Yeah.
no doubt.
He
What I
understands.
noticed. I mean, nobody listens to a metronome.
Well,
I get it. Give
I
me-
was trying to get him on track, and yes, we did. We both. I tend to rush all the time because I get excited with it, and I
What do you,
tend
wait,
to
wait,
rush.
what do you get excited with?
Playing it, I get excited, getting like a groove with it, and that gets me
Yeah, well,
going.
but the point is,
But what I was trying to do too was trying to see what he was doing
Yeah.
and trying to correct him.
and
And
be right
he was
yourself.
doing and trying to be right myself.
So that takes a lot of coordination.
And he was really fucking good this
No
last
curse.
time. No, you were, man. You were
Well,
right on the money.
And no kissing either.
No, it's not my
No,
type.
it's
Anyway, what I'm trying to understand is, I understand, that there's a lot of things going on just by this simple exercise, really. And it strengthens a tremendous amount of areas for yourself.
Mhm.
Okay. But the metronome, that's where you got to come off of.
Right.
Hold it. And it's not just with this, but it's with a lot of other things that I've noticed in the last couple of days, both you guys with a metronome. And I don't understand, when you're playing music, are you in the pocket and you're there with the band, or are you rushing, or what's
I
the,
tend to rush.
okay, well then what does that mean if you tend to rush? What is it?
Need
What should you wait a minute?
practice with the metronome
Absolutely
more often.
constantly, more
Constantly.
often,
All the time.
all the time.
Well, when I'm learning a figure, I don't use the
Well, there's separate
metronome.
stages to
Right.
learning the figure. Your brain is saying, yeah, okay, hello, that's a downstroke, that's a tab. You're analyzing it.
Right.
Once you feel good with it, then you
Then
put
you
the
work with the metronome.
all the time. And that's going to lock you into a good time. Not make you mechanical, which a lot of people think it does. The metronome does not make you mechanical. The metronome makes you right. It tells you the truth. And also measures your growth. And a very, very important element that I like the best is you have to listen. And that's preparing you to play with a band.
Yeah.
If you don't listen,
A lot of playing is just listening to what the other
and
guy
keeping
is
time.
doing and comping that person.
Keep in time. Forget about the glamour. Keep in time. Then you can comp. That's what it's about. And you start practicing on a drum pad like you're doing right now. It's a simple rudiment like a paradiddle diddle. Okay? And that's what is occurring. What you're learning, and I wrote down, when you're playing it up tempo, here, that's occurring. Down, tap, tap, up, tap, tap. That's all, Jimmy. That's natural. When I'm playing up tempo and I took a video of that and slowed it way down, that
you
is
would
what I'm.
see that action that you just showed
So
us.
now the job of an instructor is to present to you your weaknesses, and that's what this is about. Now you understand what R means. It's right. You understand kind of where the downstroke goes and the upstroke. If you've been doing it for a while, you're a little bit more familiar than the person who hasn't. Okay? But now the thing is, you need to just reinforce what's natural. I'm showing you where you're weak, and you should be happy about that. Wow, that's where I'm weak. I'm going to make it stronger. Simple. Okay? Now, the counting systems in 6/8, I heard a couple things back that you said, and it's hard for me to deal with that. Okay? You're not, the counting that you were doing is not wrong, but the way you explained it was. That's where the confusion goes. Now, you're playing the eighth note, 6/8. The eighth note receives the count or a beat. You play the Jimmy. Let me finish.
It's 2-1.
Jimmy, let me finish. Okay, if you don't let me finish, you're going to remain in the same spot. Okay, I'm not belittling anybody. There's a system that you want to maintain. The eighth note is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get a 16th note.
1 and
Instead of counting 16th notes like you do in 4/4, 1 ienda, now you go into 6/8. The value has changed, so the count is going to change. So you have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and
8. Yeah.
yeah. But now when you're listening to the metronome, you got to get that count in there. We're only at 60. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, six. Just listen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to go to 16ths. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1, 2, 3. My thought changed, my count changed, but guess what remained the same? The tempo. That's what you need working, and we all do to strengthen our
But you said something, going back to this, you said something really, and I know this is
I said really
conceptually
what? Let's get to that one.
going back to when we were talking about counting the measures.
Yeah, counting the measures, counting the notes.
How you count it, how you
Okay.
count it, being in where I was counting it originally as a 16th.
What were you counting as a 16?
Well, like when I was looking at line 2, for
They're
instance,
16s.
I was counting it, but I was counting it when he ended 2.
And that's what I
counting
did
it
now.
and
Wait a
then-
minute.
And then, but it's in 6/8.
Right.
So even though it looks notation wise, if it were in 4/4 as
How does it look notation wise? It's
Because
if it
it's
were in
16th notes.
if it were in 4/4,
But that doesn't mean it's in 16th. Though.
I understand
Hold on, time
what
out.
he's saying.
Time out. I can have a 16th note and 11/16. Does that mean I'm in 4?
No.
So
Yeah.
you know that it. Wait a minute. You know it's in 6/8, and I'm explaining to you the progression, how the counting system has changed because the time signatures
Right.
changed.
right, and that's
And yes,
why.
it's very common.
But I'm putting together why I think when it comes to 30-second notes and higher
There's
notes,
no
I'm
30-second notes there.
when it comes to different time signatures and when we're putting in more notes, sometimes like if I were looking at like Anthony Cerrone and some of his pieces and stuff, where he's cramming in, higher value notes, where the conception of counting that correctly.
So you're
becomes-
reading into this someplace else.
Yeah.
It's as simple. Hold on. Remember we talked about people eliminate simplicity. It's a simple thing.
Yeah,
If you start thinking that way and complicating the whole situation, you're going to remain confused.
well,
Six
going back
to the
to
other
this,
way,
Looking
I
at
was
it in
counting it wrong.
4/4.
Well, it's in
Instead of
6/8.
6/8.
That's
I
the
know.
problem. That's the
Exactly.
first
I
problem.
know. That's what I said. Yeah.
That's the first problem.
And
So
that's what I'm saying. That's basically what I was
Okay.
saying.
well, that's understandable because if you're not used to reading in 6/8, immediately you see 16th notes and right away
Right.
you go to 1 because that's what you're used to, but you didn't make the change of the time
That's
signature.
pretty much what I'm saying. What I'm trying
And
to
like
say.
I said, the time signature changed, the note value changes.
Yeah.
And therefore, if you're going to count, the counting changes. Simple. I get comments on YouTube about a 6/8 count. They're telling me I'm wrong. Okay, fine.
No, I'm not saying I'm putting that. I'm actually realizing that is what I'm saying. I'm
well, yeah,
realizing that.
when you change,
When I was counting that, I was counting that as 16th notes, which would work in 4/4. But now that we're in 6/8, I was counting it wrong.
right.
And understanding that conceptually, because if you were just to look at those as 16th notes, yeah, they're 16th notes, but you're counting them in a different time signature.
That's what I just said.
Right. So we're saying the same thing. I know.
It's 2 to
But
1.
I think I just had that premonition. Is all I'm just giving the feedback on that's kind of an
You
issue.
see
for
what
me.
it is here? It's 2 to 1. There's that 1,
Right.
1, and then 2 up on the top, 2 and 3,
Right.
3 and